Hey gang, it's Ron over at CT REIA. Okay, so pardon me, I'm out of breath a little bit. Had to work out. So okay, let me try to explain cap rates. Now this is not a cap rate video. I've done cap rate videos, and you can find them all over the internet. Everybody's going to tell you the same thing about a cap rate. It's roughly translated to a return had you paid cash for the asset. You know, so a 5 cap is a 5% return if you paid cash on a commercial income producing property. And it's rough translation, but that's basically what it is. And that's an important metric. I don't want to ignore that. That's one of the metrics that you're going to use to evaluate the viability of an investment, right? On both the entrance and the exit. So different video, different time. This video is kind of something that nobody's really ever going to teach you, and that is to stop looking at a cap rate as a return and start looking at it as a multiplier. Okay, let me give you an example. So if something's a 5 cap, right? Very common, right? Not much cash flow with a 5 cap. Because remember, a cap rate assumes no debt. It assumes you paid cash. Very rarely are we going to pay cash for an asset, right? So at a 5 cap, 5% return? Well, if your mortgage is 6%, you're going backwards, aren't you? Why would anybody do that, right? But you see it all the time in Beverly Hills, in Manhattan, things of that nature. Here's why they do that. Because a 5 cap, lousy return in terms of cash flow, horrible, right? Then why would they do it? They do it because it's a multiplier. So the rule of thumb is this. Take your cap rate times whatever to equal 100 is your multiplier. Let me explain. So 5 cap times what equals 100? 20. 5 times 20 equals 100. Every dollar they make or save in Beverly Hills, in Manhattan, at a 5 cap is times 20. So if you had an NOI of $30,000, the math would be 30,000 divided by 0.05 for a 5 cap, gives you a value of, I don't even know what, I'm standing on a beach. Should have done this video on a whiteboard. You know, so, okay, so whatever that number is, now let's say you raise the rent, $2,000. So now instead of $30,000 NOI, it's $32,000 NOI. Same cap rate. 32,000 divided by 0.05 is what? Right? It's a much higher number. It's way more than 2,000. It's 20 times. So if my dumb math is correct, that's $40,000 in value. So let's do it again. Let's say you didn't raise any more money. You're at $32,000 NOI. Let's say you switch landscape providers and your expenses and you save $2,000. NOI doesn't care if you make it or save it. It has the same multiplier effect, okay? So now your NOI goes up by another $2,000. You didn't raise any money. All you did was cut expenses. So now instead of $32,000 NOI, now you've got a $34,000 NOI. Do that math again. 34,000 divided by 0.05 goes up geometrically, doesn't it? All of a sudden, you just added $80,000 of value. I can now go to the bank and pull out between 75 to 80% of that tax free. Okay, so remember guys, it always has to equal 100. So if you have a 10 cap, 10 times whatever equals 100. What is it? 10 times 10, right, equals 100. That means every dollar you make or save goes to your NOI is times 10. A 3 cap, shoot, Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, Beverly Hills, 3 cap. No cash flow there. You're going backwards, in fact, if you got debt on that sucker. Okay, so a 3 cap is 33 times your money. Every dollar you make or save is times 33. And I can't tell you how many times people would come up to me and go, Ron, why would anybody buy in Beverly Hills? Why would anybody buy in you know, for cash flow? Because there is none in Manhattan on 5th Avenue. Guys, it ain't about the rate of return. Stop looking at a cap rate as a rate of return. Start looking at it as a multiplier. Boom, that's when the big bucks come in. Thanks, guys.